It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Up the middle they go. Randall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the 25, here's second and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lawrence. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. McCarthy going to sneak it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Here's McCarthy. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. Taking it in. And the Vikings have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Jake Moody now for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, 49ers 0.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Purdy will look to throw again here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
B.J. Ojulari able to make the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 23-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Purdy completes it to Jennings. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
53.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll try and do this himself. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack, because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. He'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 33. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Purdy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Purdy. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken at about the 16. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Purdy now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Back to throw, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls.
Morris fighting. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's caught by Randall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. McCarthy operating from the gun. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air again, McCarthy. Looking for Randall and intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they turned the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man, that's Felton. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
22 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Devin Duvernay. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, 49ers.
And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Randall here over the middle. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. McCarthy off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Up the middle they go. It's Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
21. Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They'll take it inside the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Purdy from the gun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now, when caught along the sideline, did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now a draw play with Dixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Dixon trying up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
On the draw, this is Morris. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard, 76 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with an extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31, 49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
They run with Morris. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Running right, it's Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Throwing is McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. They go play action here. Purdy. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Set, go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.